IWL and the ISL. Yeah. So, as you all know, this is the second RFP we floated, especially for the ISL. And the last time we didn't get any bids. So this time the bid was supposed to end on 18th. Then some people asked for an extension. We gave another week's extension. And today morning, 11 o'clock, we opened the bids. We had got 3 bids. One was from Fan Code, one was from Capri Sport, and one was from Genius Sport. So Genius Sport and Fan Code, they have applied for the first part, which is the ISL and the Federation Cup, which is actually the Super Cup. So for those two events, those two competitions, they had applied, and Capri Sport applied for put in the bid for the Indian Women's League and Indian Women's League 2 for these two competitions. The bid, as you know, was for 15 plus 5 years. So if anyone gets it, they do it for 15 years, and then after 15 years, there'll be a rebid where they have the right of first refusal. So if anyone, whatever the bids, they can pay the same money and continue with it. And this year in the bid, we also had a 5% increase every year. So we've got 3 bids. So in the women's, it is only Capri Sport. So they've got it. So tomorrow onwards, we'll be starting the negotiations with them. But before this, I really have to thank all the ISL clubs and especially our EXCO members and our management, the president, vice president and treasurer, who supported us in this entire endeavor of unveiling this RFP. So now on 29th, we've got an EXCO meeting. So we'll be placing these, whatever the bid, these things to them, and they will take a call on that, and after that we'll finalize. In the meanwhile, today we also spoke to all the clubs. So they also had a few questions on how the bid is going to work, etc. So yeah, that's it. No, okay, I can tell you the reason. The I-League clubs themselves, which is now the Indian Football League, the IFL clubs, they themselves said we'll put a bid little later because they've just started it in a new format with a new logo, and they're getting it in a lot of the broadcast, etc. So maybe in the next 10-15 days we'll be speaking to them, and then we'll decide when that bid will come out. But there was no any specific reason that was not included in this. The clubs requested us that we'll do it because at that stage the league had just started. So they said, let the league go for 1 or 2 months and people will see how the league is. Then it is better for us to go out into the market.
Bit off the topic, sir, but yesterday an incident occurred in JLN. A head coach and some players were denied entry out there. Your reactions on the same?
So actually it would not be right to say they were denied entry. What had happened is, we were, the Kerala Football Association is organizing this match, and this is how all our matches are done. We give it to a state association and we move in the last stage. So apparently they were not communicated that they were not supposed to use it, or they were supposed to make some payment. There was some communication gap over there. If they had told us in advance, they had told us you are free to come and hold the press conference there and have the training session. That is the reason why we went. Otherwise, our team would not have gone there. So when we went there, of course, now it's election time over there. There are lots of other dynamics. They said that some fees has not been paid, so we can't allow you. So they were just doing their job who were there at lower down. So then immediately we had to go back and we trained at the Kerala Blasters ground. But this happens, it was not intentional. And of course, the Kerala KFA President, Mr. Meeran, has clarified. I saw it in the media. We also sent a very strong letter to them that this is not the way a senior national team is treated, our head coach is treated. But, till about 11 o'clock, they were preparing the room for the press conference. Suddenly it changed, so that's it.
Last one, sir, the women's head coach, which is now being demanded to change to an Indian one. India has had 5 different coaches over 5 years. And do you really think that now they have finally admitted that this foreign coach policy should stop now and Indian coach?
No, I don't think so. They said that. I was there in the technical committee meeting. The committee felt that right now we've got only 2 more events. After that, there's no big competition for some time. And so perhaps they said that let's give a chance for the Indian coaches, because one competition is just 2 matches and the other is the SAFF competition. So they decided to maybe opt for the Indian coaches, because we had brought the foreign coach only for this Asia Cup. And maybe, we'll all sit together and, maybe whatever the technical committee decides, we'll have to do that.
And there were a few allegations as well from the coach's side, and regarding that Australia jersey incident and everything.
No, the jersey incident, again, I'll have to clarify this. See, when the team left from here to Turkey, we gave them each 2 sets of jerseys, which was by Performex. We wrote to Performex, we got their permission because we had not yet got a kit partner. Totally, each player took 27 pieces of kit, which included four pairs of stockings, warm-up, track suits, everything. And they went and they played in Turkey. In the meanwhile, since I myself went and had talks with Nivea said, for this Australia, it is too short a time, we can't give you the kits. So then we ordered some kits from one thing in Tirupur. Tirupur is a big base and they manufacture garments. The same quality kits were given to Bibiano's team, under 17, and they were very happy with the kit. So our national team's manager went twice over there. We ordered the kits. The kits went from Tirupur directly to Australia. And along with that kit, it was not only the playing jersey, track suits, everything went. Unfortunately, the jersey sizes which are given were small, large, and medium. So the same sizes we gave. We do not know, because now we are also trying to get the jerseys. It was supposed to come yesterday to try and measure it. When it landed over there, match day -2, the girls, some of them found it very tight. So this happened around 9:30. They called me. Immediately I told Mr. Deswal, who was the security officer and the manager. They went out into the market. They got Macron kits, and within 7 hours we replaced them. All of them got their kits with the numbers and their names, everything on it. And we also had 2 sets of kits there, because they had carried it from here and they were new kits. So it is very unfortunate that, yes, it was a mistake. I think all of us order so much of garments, sometimes they don't fit, we change it. We've had so many events. In the last 3 years, I think we've done at least about 20 trips. 20 times kits have gone. Every time they go, we give them decent kits. So it was unintentional. It happened. It was not. And we replaced it. Within 7 hours, we got the best Macron kits for them. The kits were approved by the match commissioner and the technical officer, because there's a particular size in which the logos and also everything was perfect. But then, things come out in the media that the girls themselves went and bought. I know, that was a lot of wrong information. Yes, we admit it was a mistake. The kit manufacturers sent some kits which were smaller in size. But no one can say that, the AIFF had done it intentionally. But no one also, after that, reported that within 7 hours we got it done. Nor anyone said that the girls already had 2 sets of kits with them. And even for Performex, their agreement was over. The period was over. We wrote to them and said, we have some extra jerseys, we are using that. They had said yes. But it's unfortunate, but the girls played well. For first time we were there. It's a very high level to play over there, but they did well. First game, in the extra time we conceded a goal. And the third game, of course, Japan, eventually they went and became champions. Third game, we missed in the very second minute. One, almost like a self-goal, we passed it to the defender. Another goal hit the penalty hit the post, hit the goalkeeper and went in. So we know we belong to that place. We belong to the Asian Cup final rounds. We are in the best 12. So perhaps, maybe a couple of attempts, we should be there at the top.
Valanka Alemao also said that the appointment of Amelia Valverde as a coach was without the knowledge of the executive committee. This was not in their knowledge.
No. So the technical committee had passed it, and actually we are also running short of time. So anyway, it will be taken up in the Exco, and we'll give her the answer. So it was not that any of us appointed the coach. The technical committee has some of the best players in the country, including Mr. Vijayan as the chairman. So Amelia's appointment was cleared by the technical committee.